What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Monday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. I am your host every single morning. My name is Matt Perrault. How are you? We're feeling good. We swept the board for our full unit plays yesterday. That was a first. This podcast, the Daily Juice Podcast, every single morning. It's available on video, wherever you get your video, but mostly on BettingPros YouTube channel, or audio, wherever you guys get your audio podcasts. You guys know this podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. If I made you some money, one way of doing that, you can either buy this hat, although I'm wearing it backwards. Kind of that time of night. Feeling the backwards vibe tonight. But you can go to OmahaSteaks.com and you can go ahead and buy yourself some tremendous gift packages delivered right to your door for the fall. It turned quick here in Vegas. Not sure where you guys are at, but it's cold here tonight. It's in the lower 50s. That's very unusual for us here in October from a temperature standpoint, but that means grilling, barbecuing, all sorts of fun stuff outside in the fall. OmahaSteaks.com, the semi-annual sale going on right now. The promo code JUICE gets you 50% off everything site-wide, plus $30 off your order. Minimum purchase may be required at OmahaSteaks.com. Promo code JUICE to get $30 your order off your order at the semi-annual sale going on right now at OmahaSteaks.com. All right. Props went 1-3. So props are now down 0.8. But okay, that's not great, but it's not anywhere near what we just did with the full one-unit plays. The Wong teaser hit. My own teaser hit. The Bills hit. Patriots under, miracle, hit. 4-0, up 4 units. That takes us to a 12-14 record, down now just 2.4 units in the NFL. We are in striking distance to get into the black for the NFL. We had a really rough start. College football has been awesome. We're up over 9 units in college football. Let's figure out a way to get back to even. Speaking of even, that's what happened with our bets for Major League Baseball, which did cash out yesterday. The Marlins over 76.5 wins. That came in. The over 92.5 wins for the Padres was dead as of July. So we ended up flat there, down 0.1. You know, we went 1-1 on our baseball futures. I didn't bet heavy with baseball futures. I can't remember why we didn't go more heavy on it. But we will have NHL and NBA futures still to come. Stay tuned. NHL first, NBA second. We are about 9 days away from the start of the NHL, which is just absolutely awesome. I'm so excited to get going here with hockey again for us across the entire, really all Canada and the U.S. We picked up a lot of audience. A lot of you guys watched and listened during the hockey season last year, really got into it. I'm so excited to get back into it. I'll really do my deep dive into the NHL coming up this week. But I'm psyched to get into it. So it's going to be a lot of fun with that. So huge when you go 4-0. It takes a huge weight off my back. It's great to get the money, obviously, but it's better just because I'm happy. You guys can't, no one's complaining anymore and whining. And a lot of people are coming in during the Discord channel and being like, we're going to fade all your plays this week, Matt. And that's the problem with me. I can tell you to fade my stuff, but every once in a while, I got a 4-0 in the holster. I got a 4-0 in the chamber. I'm going to pull the trigger, and then that's going to happen. And then it's like, oh no, right? That's why you can't always fade. You can't always follow. You have to do what you think. I'm telling you what I'm betting. You choose what you want to bet. Whatever you want to bet, you bet. So I'm just telling you what I'm betting and giving you some advice and showing you what I'm doing, and you can fade it or follow it. But ultimately, when you press that little button on your phone, that decision to buy the bet is yours. At the end of the day, it's yours. It's not mine. It's yours. No one's making you do this. So, but I do appreciate every single one of you who listens, who watches, who comments, who comes in the DMs, who goes to our Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to be a part of it. I know a bunch of newbies came in yesterday, which was cool. I'm psyched to see you guys come on in. That's great for the NBA season because we've got the prop bets that we'll jump in with that coming up later and whatnot. So, okay, I only have 2 bets for today, okay? We have a lot coming on Tuesday. Major League Baseball, the playoffs begin on Tuesday, all right? So we are going to be rocking with that. I don't love this game tonight in the NFL. I lean towards the over 47.5 for Seattle and New York. I don't hate a same game teaser to take the You could find a 2 and tease it up to 8, and then you take the total and pull it down and go over. And take it from 47.5 down to 41.5 and go over. I don't mind that. I'll probably have some iteration of that on myself. But the official play for tonight for me, I'm going to lay the 1.5 points with Seattle. Now, here's why. I think the Giants are really bad. 2-1 Seattle ATS versus 0-3 ATS for the Giants. This team, the Seahawks, covered on the road already this year. They won at Detroit. We've seen Detroit. Detroit's pretty good. They went there and they covered. That game went over as well, but they went there and won and they covered. They're averaging over 29 points per game on offense up against a defense that's giving up over 32 points per game, including a 40-0 shutout at the end of the Cowboys at the last time they played at MetLife Stadium. Opened up, season opener, got blanked, okay? Hopefully, the referees who worked tonight for the Chiefs and the Jets, hopefully they're long gone, because call it the Taylor Swift effect, call it the Kelsey Mahomes effect, call it the defending champs effect, whatever you want to call it, those referees sucked last night, and they were completely biased, and I hate the Jets, okay? I'm about as far from a Jet fan as possible. Jets got screwed. Now, Patrick Mahomes is not point shaving. Please, don't be that person that Mahomes was sliding at the 1 because he didn't want to cover. He wanted to make sure all of his friends who had, the Jets plus whatever, he threw 2 floating interceptions. He looked awful. Mahomes is not point shaving, okay? Please stop this nonsense. Not what happened, okay? Perfectly. I mean, if I was on -7.5, I'd be sick. Yes, be furious. Could have walked into the end zone. Touchdown, cover. The better play for the team, take the slide at the 1 and win the game. I don't mind what Mahomes did. I don't believe it was nefarious. I wasn't involved financially. I guarantee it. If I was, I'd be more angry, but I wasn't involved financially. But hopefully those referees aren't still at MetLife. The Giants are a bad football team. No Saquon Barkley. Their defense is not going to give up much resistance. I like a Tyler Lockett anytime touchdown, and DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. I like DK Metcalf over receiving yards tonight. These are all prop bets you can bet. But the official play for me, I'm going to lay the 1.5. Seattle -1.5 on the road at the Giants. Win the game by 3, and we're good. Could be a hard-fought game. It might not be. Seattle might run away with it. I like the over. I'm just going to go ahead and lay the 1.5. Seahawks, 1.1 units down, -1.5 on the road at the Giants. Again, lean towards the over, but I'm only going to make one bet, okay? Because we got a lot coming tomorrow and a lot this week. There's no need to come out strong on Monday. If I don't love the game and I don't love plays, there's no real point in firing on this. So only one bet. Seattle, -1.5 for 1.1 units. There is a second bet, though, to give you here on today's podcast, and that is we now know the matchup for the Milwaukee Brewers. FanDuel is where you can find this. I'm fortunate enough that I've got FanDuel numbers here in Vegas. It's not to explain it, but it's Boyd, their license, but FanDuel numbers. The Diamondbacks are +154 to win their series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Some last-second late-game Sunday finals pushed the D-backs to the 6th seed, where they'll play the Brewers. Milwaukee is a pretty good favorite. Now remember, this bet only comes into play if you took the 21-1 on the Brewers to win the World Series, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to work off of it. We're going to put 1 unit down at +154, okay? So what happens? Well, we either lose a unit and then that Brewer bet stays alive, okay? So now it turns from a 21-1 to a 20-1, okay? And then if they move on, we'll go to the next round and we'll do it again, okay? We're going to work off of that Brewers. We're going to guarantee ourselves winning, okay? You don't have to do this, but I'm going to explain it as we go. The top 21 units is what we're working off of, okay? So if we're wrong, it's down to 20 units. If we're wrong again, we'll be down probably to 18 units. If we're wrong again, we may be down to 10 units, okay? But the idea is to win 10 units on this and have basically no sweat, regardless who wins the series, as Milwaukee goes through. If Milwaukee loses in the first round, we're going to make 0.54 units. Okay? That's the play. So it's 1 unit to win 21 units or 1 unit to win 1.54 units. If we're right if the Diamondbacks win, it's a profit. Half a unit. Okay? Nothing crazy, no sweat, no worry, half a unit profit. Profit can't go broke making profit. Okay? DraftKings has a much worse number than FanDuel. If you can find even a better number, jump on it. The numbers here in Vegas aren't out yet, but we can use FanDuel lines, so that's what I'm going to jump on. Plus 154 Diamondbacks over the Brewers in their best of 3 series, which begins on Tuesday here for us with Major League Baseball. 1 unit to win 1.54 here for baseball. It's not even a handicap. I don't need to handicap it, okay? We're not breaking down pitching matchups and lineups and runs per game and all that stuff. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that for Tuesday. We don't need to worry about that from a series price perspective. We already have one flag down, hedging off of it here with the Diamondbacks to win their series against the Brewers for 1 unit for 1.5 units, 1.54 units to win back, coming back. Okay, Seattle minus 1.5. The only play you got going here for tonight. A lot to come coming up on a Tuesday. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning. The Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.